All right, so get this. You've given us like a whole stack of articles about what's happening in the entertainment world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from award shows to like behind the scenes stuff and even some predictions about where things are going.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right in.
It's a really interesting time to be keeping up with all this stuff.
Yeah.
We're seeing, not only new movies and shows, but also a whole bunch of changes in like how they get made,
Right.
who's watching them, and like what even counts as success now.
Exactly. And you guys have given us some real gems here to dig into.
Yeah.
A Japanese TV show that was like the inspiration for Shark Tank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Netflix getting criticized for being like too successful. Plus, there's a new Wallace and Gromit movie coming out.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hold on to your cheese and crackers, right?
Uh-huh.
But first, let's hit the red carpet.
Okay.
How about those award show results, huh?
Well, at the Golden Globes, Emilia Pérez just swept, all the musical and comedy categories. While The Brutalist took home the top prize for drama,
Okay.
Adrian Brody's win for Best Actor for The Brutalist is really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
It's a movie that really tackles some big questions about, identity and resilience.
Yeah.
And that seems to have really resonated with critics.
And speaking of resonating, Shōgun cleaned up at the Emmys.
Oh, yeah.
4 awards. Period pieces are still having like a major moment, huh?
They are.
But I'm curious about what goes on like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The Robbie Williams biopic Better Man has this like crazy dance sequence set to Rock DJ.
Okay.
They actually shut down Regent Street in London to film it.
Wow.
500 dancers, huge budget.
Uh-huh.
They even had to like pause filming when the Queen passed away.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's pretty wild.
You know what? That's a good example of how spectacle can actually like serve a deeper purpose.
Oh.
Like in Better Man, that really joyous scene actually highlights the contrast
Okay.
with some of the darker parts of Robbie Williams' life that the film explores.
Okay.
It's a balancing act.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Which makes me think about Arcane, the Netflix series based on the League of Legends game.
Right.
Won a bunch of Emmys, got amazing reviews, but it didn't exactly translate into like, financial success.
Right.
Is it even possible for a show to be too good?
That's the paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
Riot Games, the company behind League of Legends, they really poured their hearts into Arcane. They wanted that critical acclaim,
Of course.
and to get more people playing the game too.
Yeah.
Really raises these questions at how we actually measure success in this crazy world of entertainment. Is it all about the money, or is there also space for artistic achievement that maybe takes a little longer to find its audience?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if, chasing those huge, like, instant hits means that you have to sacrifice creating something truly, unique and lasting.
Yeah, exactly.
And this kind of ties into this bigger conversation that's happening right now about the future of TV, right?
Yeah.
Industry execs are talking about everything from, like, shrinking budgets to the influence of AI.
Right.
But there's this, like, cautious optimism.
Yeah.
So they're acknowledging the challenges, but they're still excited about what's possible. What's fueling that excitement?
Well, I mean, think about it. We're seeing viewer habits change so quickly. Technology is always changing.
Yeah.
Whoever can adapt the fastest and comes up with new ways to tell stories,
Yeah.
they have a real chance at shaping the future of the whole industry.
Okay, that makes sense. And a company that's definitely trying to adapt is Netflix. They are pumping out content like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But some people are saying that they're sacrificing quality for quantity.
Yeah.
Black Doves, the Keira Knightley thriller, is being used as an example of their, let's just say formulaic approach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It goes back to that short-term versus long-term game we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Are they just focused on keeping subscribers hooked with a constant stream of, something to watch?
Right.
Or are they missing chances to make those, really groundbreaking shows that people will be talking about for years to come?
Right. And maybe that's like the big question here, right? Yeah. What do audiences actually want? Like a never-ending buffet of content or something a little more gourmet?
It's a really interesting question. It makes me think about the the surprising origins of a show that's all about, taking risks and betting on new ideas.
Oh, okay.
Shark Tank.
Wait, so Shark Tank hasn't always been around?
No, believe it or not, the concept actually came from this Japanese TV show called Money Tigers.
Wow.
Back in 2001.
Okay.
It was all about entrepreneurs pitching their ideas to investors.
Right.
And it totally changed television.
Wow. Who knew a show from Japan would end up shaping entrepreneur culture all over the world?
It shows the power of a simple but brilliant format.
Yeah.
And it paved the way for Shark Tank and other shows like it to popularize the whole idea of angel investing. You know, making it something that anyone could understand and get excited about.
Okay, mind officially blown. So from Japan to Hollywood, we've got this whole web of influences and ideas shaping the stories we see on screen. But speaking of stories that are getting people talking, let's circle back to Adrien Brody and The Brutalist for a second.
Yes. Yeah. Brody's award-winning performance has really put a spotlight on this film.
Okay.
About a Hungarian Jewish architect who's rebuilding his life in America after World War II.
Yeah.
It's a story that really resonates, especially in a world where so many people are displaced and searching for a sense of belonging.
So it's not just a historical drama,
no,
but a story that speaks to what's happening right now in a really powerful way.
Exactly. It explores themes of art, identity, and resilience.
Yeah.
Reminding us that even in the darkest times, beauty and hope can still come through.
That's a beautiful thought.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yeah.
What stands out to you so far? Anything surprise you or make you, curious to learn more?
Well,
yeah.
It's really cool. The Brutalist isn't the only story finding success beyond its original borders.
Right.
Like, take the Australian kids show, Planet Lulin.
Okay.
Started on ABC Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Won some awards there.
Yeah.
And now Nickelodeon UK is picking it up.
Oh, wow.
Shows are traveling farther than ever before.
Yeah. It's like this whole new world of storytelling is opening up, different cultures sharing their perspectives.
Exactly.
And speaking of reaching a wider audience, Tubi, the free streaming service owned by Fox, just hit 97 million monthly active users.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tubi's success is a great example of how the FAST model is really taking off.
FAST.
Yeah, free ad-supported television.
Oh, okay.
For viewers who want, tons of content but don't want to pay a subscription fee.
Right.
It's a really attractive option.
Yeah, sure.
They're even starting to make their own original shows now.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be really interesting to see, how they compete with the big players.
It feels like everyone's trying to figure out where they fit in this whole streaming landscape, right?
Definitely.
You've got the big subscription services like Netflix and Disney Plus, and then these free platforms like Tubi and Pluto TV coming up right behind them.
Right.
And then you have companies like Amazon who are kind of doing both.
Yeah.
They've got Prime Video, but they're also hosting this upfront event in May, where they're showcasing their ad-supported platforms like Prime Video, Amazon MGM Studios, and even Twitch.
That's right. And an upfront event is basically where a network or platform presents its upcoming shows and programming to advertisers, trying to get them to buy ad space. And for Amazon, it's a really clear sign that they're serious about competing with traditional TV networks.
Yeah.
For those advertising dollars.
Okay.
They've got a massive reach, especially with Prime.
Right.
And they're adding more and more content all the time.
So in a way, they're kind of blurring the lines between what we think of as traditional TV and streaming.
Absolutely. And it's not just Amazon.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of experimentation and innovation across the whole industry. Yeah. Some shows are finding success by focusing on very, very specific audiences.
Okay.
Take Shoresy, for example, the hockey comedy spinoff.
Right.
That's a hit for Bell Media's Crave streaming service in Canada.
Oh, okay.
They just renewed it for a 5th season.
Wow, that's awesome.
It proves there's still a huge appetite for smart character-driven comedy.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, we've also seen some projects kind of fall apart unexpectedly.
Right.
Remember that Wayne Rooney documentary?
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to follow his time managing Plymouth Argyle FC. Unfortunately, that one got canceled after Rooney left the club.
Right.
And they started struggling to avoid relegation.
Okay.
It just it's a reminder that sometimes real life just throws a wrench into even the best laid plans.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with the unpredictable world of sports.
Makes sense, but hey, on to brighter things. Right? What about some of the new projects in development that caught your eye? Right. I hear there's a reboot of Anaconda in the works.
Really?
Yeah, starring Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Wow.
I know, right? Now that's a combination I never would have expected.
It's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah.
They're going for a reimagining of the original 1997 film.
Okay.
Leaning into the comedic talents of Rudd and Black. It'll be fascinating to see how they balance the horror elements with the humor.
Right.
Will they go like full camp?
Yeah.
Or try to keep some of the suspense.
Yeah. Only time will tell.
Exactly.
And speaking of films that might generate some strong reactions, there's a documentary about Melania Trump being made by director Brett Ratner.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's sure to spark some debate.
Given Ratner's past controversies, this one's already raising some eyebrows. Sure. But there's definitely a huge public fascination with the Trump family.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what perspective he brings to the project.
Right.
Can he offer a fresh perspective?
Yeah.
Or will it just add fuel to the fire?
Right. And speaking of familiar faces, Liam Neeson is back in action with a thriller called The Mongoose, filming in Melbourne, Australia.
He's become such an icon in the action genre.
Oh yeah.
What's this one about?
Well, it's a classic framed hero story.
Okay.
Neeson plays a war hero who has to, clear his name, expect plenty of car chases, explosions, and hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Plus, the Melbourne setting should add some visual flair.
Yeah. Sounds right up his alley.
Definitely. Now, switching gears for a moment.
Okay.
There's a new teen drama series called Finding Her Edge. Based on a novel Family Channel in Canada, commissioned it.
Right.
But Netflix snagged the worldwide rights.
Wow. This one follows three sisters who inherit their family's struggling figure skating dynasty.
Okay.
It feels like a classic coming of age story.
Yeah.
With the added drama of the competitive sports world. Netflix's involvement tells us they see global potential in this story about family, ambition, and chasing your dreams.
Yeah, it makes me think about the rise of international co-productions. We're seeing more and more collaboration between studios from different countries, which is leading to some really interesting and diverse content.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah,
studios get to tap into new markets and talent, and viewers get exposed to stories from all over the world.
I like it. Speaking of the global streaming landscape, there's big news.
Yeah.
Disney is merging Hulu with Live TV and Fubo.
Wow.
Yeah. That creates a serious new player in the vMVPD space.
Yeah, a vMVPD or virtual multi-channel video programming distributor is basically a streaming service that offers a bundle of live TV channels.
Got it.
And this merger brings together two popular services, giving them a combined subscriber base of over 6 million.
Okay.
It's a direct challenge to YouTube TV,
right?
Which is currently the leader in this market.
Wow, with Disney controlling like 70% of the new company,
right?
It's clear they're making a major power play in the streaming wars.
Definitely.
It's not just about content anymore. It's about who can control the platforms and reach the most viewers.
And to do that, they need the right people in charge, right?
Yeah.
We've seen some interesting executive moves lately.
Yeah.
Prentice Frazier, for example,
Hey.
is returning to Fox as president of global content sales.
Okay.
She's a seasoned veteran with a great track record, and her expertise will be really valuable as Fox tries to expand its international reach.
So experience is still a valuable commodity in this fast-paced industry.
Absolutely, and it's not just about knowing the business.
Right.
It's about having the relationships and the vision to navigate this complex global marketplace.
Okay.
Speaking of experience, Philippe Gelton, the former president of Crackle, just took over as president of Canela Media.
Canela Media. Till me in.
They're a streaming service focusing on the U.S., Hispanic, and Latin American markets.
Okay.
Bringing in Gelton with his background in streaming and digital media really signals their ambition to really expand their presence in those key demographics.
Oh, okay.
It's great to see companies recognizing the importance of representing diverse audiences and telling stories that resonate with those communities.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what other voices and perspectives are out there, just waiting to be heard.
Exactly. There's so much potential for compelling stories from all over the world.
Yeah.
And speaking of stories, let's shift our focus to some of the events and festivals that are shaping the industry.
Okay.
CES 2025, the annual tech extravaganza in Las Vegas, just wrapped up.
Yeah.
And it was a major showcase for the convergence of technology and entertainment.
So what were the big takeaways this year? Was it all about the metaverse and virtual reality?
Well, those were definitely part of the conversation.
Right.
But what really stood out was the focus on AI.
Oh, okay.
From its potential role in content creation and distribution to its impact on advertising and personalization.
Right.
AI was a hot topic.
Okay.
There was also a lot of buzz around ad tech.
Ad tech.
Yeah. How do you use technology to make advertising more targeted and effective, especially as streaming continues to disrupt the traditional TV model.
So it sounds like technology is becoming more and more integral to the entertainment industry.
Absolutely.
It's not just about the stories anymore. It's about how they're delivered, how they're funded, and how they reach their audience.
Exactly. And as technology evolves, the lines between entertainment and other industries will continue to blur.
Right.
Speaking of big events, the Palm Springs Film Awards Gala just drew a star-studded crowd of Oscar hopefuls.
Oh, nice.
The Brutalist was a big winner there.
Oh, cool.
Adding to its award season momentum.
Award shows are always fun to follow.
Yeah.
But it's easy to forget that they're also a big part of the industry machine. They generate buzz. They influence voters.
Right.
And they can really make or break a film's chances at the box office.
It's true. Award season is a performance in itself. Yeah. A carefully orchestrated campaign to capture attention and the accolades.
Right.
But at its core, it's still about recognizing excellence in storytelling.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Speaking of festivals, there's talk that the Locarno Film Festival in Switzerland might be changing its dates.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Well, they're considering moving from August to July. Okay. Starting in 2027.
Okay.
The thinking is it would help them better align with the ever-changing film industry calendar,
right,
and potentially attract a larger international crowd.
Okay.
Right now they're up against some stiff competition in August. From other major festivals.
Yeah, it's interesting how even these long-established events have to adapt and evolve to stay relevant. In a globalized world.
That's the name of the game these days.
Yeah.
It's not enough to have a great program.
Right.
You need to strategize. You need to stand out.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure you're offering something unique and valuable to both filmmakers and audiences.
Yeah, it seems like change is like the only constant in this industry. you know?
You really...
From how we watch to the stories being told, and even like the people in charge behind the scenes, you know? It's a whole whirlwind of innovation and evolution.
And the coolest part is that it's not just happening like from the top down.
Oh, okay.
The decisions made by, the studios and execs, they definitely matter.
Of course.
But in the end, it's the viewers who have the final say.
True. We're not just passive consumers anymore. We're actively shaping the future of entertainment, with our choices and our voices. True. And speaking of choices, it makes me think about something you said earlier. With all of this content out there, like, what kind of stories are people actually looking for?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
Some viewers, they crave those thought-provoking dramas that stay with you long after the credits roll,
Yeah.
Others just want pure escapism,
Right.
Comedies that make you laugh,
Yeah.
action thrillers that get your adrenaline pumping.
Yeah.
There's a growing appetite for stories that represent diverse perspectives and experiences, films and shows that challenge our assumptions and help us understand the world, in a new way.
It's pretty amazing to think about how much variety there is out there,
Yeah.
and how like each viewer gets to create their own experience.
Right.
What about you? What stands out to you from everything we've talked about?
Well, I'm really fascinated by the potential of independent cinema.
Oh, go.
To kind of reclaim its space in this landscape that's so dominated by big studios and streaming giants.
Yeah.
Will we see a resurgence of smaller, more personal stories,
Right.
that take risks and push boundaries?
They cool.
I'm also curious to see if streaming services will move beyond the algorithm and start championing more unconventional narratives.
Okay.
Those hidden gems that might not have mass appeal,
Right.
but offer something truly unique and memorable.
Yeah, it's almost like there's this tension between giving people what they already know they want, and surprising them with something they didn't even know they were missing.
Exactly, and I think the role of technology in all this is only going to become more important. Will AI start playing a bigger role in content creation?
Oh, interesting.
Not just in the technical stuff like CGI,
right,
but also in things like script writing and character development. It's exciting and kind of unnerving to think about all the possibilities.
It definitely raises a lot of questions about what it means to be creative, and what the future holds for human storytellers,
For sure.
But one thing's for sure, that the entertainment industry is never going to be boring.
Absolutely not. As long as there are stories to be told, and people who want to hear them,
right,
this industry will keep evolving and adapting and finding new ways to capture our imaginations.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
We've covered everything from award shows and box office hits to the behind the scenes drama, and the big questions facing the future of entertainment.
It's been a fascinating journey.
Yeah.
Exploring the forces that are shaping this dynamic and ever changing world.
Yeah, and the conversation doesn't end here.
Right. We've given you a lot to think about.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's your turn.
Right. As you navigate this vast landscape of movies, TV shows, streaming services, and everything in between, remember to be curious.
Yeah.
Be discerning, and most importantly, be engaged.
Don't just passively consume content.
Yeah.
Seek out stories that challenge you.
Yeah.
That move you. That stay with you long after the credits roll.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to share your own thoughts and perspectives.
Because at the end of the day, entertainment is about connection, right?
Yeah.
It's about sharing experiences, sparking conversations, and reminding ourselves that we're all part of this incredible, messy, and wonderfully human story.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep the conversation going.